Well, good evening and welcome to a Psalm and a Song. This Wednesday before Palm Sunday and before Holy Week, and Easter is just around the corner. Can you tell who's keeping me company here? I couldn't resist. They were in the space with me, so it made sense. How you doing? Hope you are well. Hope you are warm, dry, good health, all of that stuff. And if you are not, then you are in my prayers. A little more from Ecclesiastes while we still have some Lenten season left. I want to read from Ecclesiastes 3. What you're familiar with in Ecclesiastes 3 is what we started Lent with, which is for every time there is a season. This is just beyond that. So this is still in Ecclesiastes 3. What gain have the workers from their toil? I have seen the business that God has given everyone to be busy with. He has made everything suitable for its time. Moreover, he has put a sense of past and future into their minds, yet they cannot find out what God has done from the beginning to the end. I know that there is nothing better for them than to be happy and enjoy themselves as long as they live. Moreover, it is God's gift that all should eat and drink and take pleasure in all their toil. I know that whatever God does endures forever. Nothing can be added to it, nor anything taken away from it. God has done this so that all should stand in awe before him. That which is already has been, that which is to be already is, and God seeks out what has gone by. I'm going to repeat that last verse for us. That which is already has been. That which is to be already is, and God seeks out what has gone by. Interesting stuff from Ecclesiastes, yeah? How you doing on this Lenten season? Did you make any kind of Lenten discipline? And has it gone the way of New Year's disciplines? Many of my Lenten disciplines have over the years. This one I'm being pretty good at. This one I am walking every day. I'm committing to a certain amount of exercise in both time and distance. And so I am pleased to say that I've kept that up. The weather has been on my side, which makes walking a lot easier and a lot more enjoyable. So when the writer of Ecclesiastes tells me that God wants me to take joy in my toil, I do when I can get out on a day when it's 70 degrees and sunny and there are flowers to see and there's a smell of cut grass in the air and all of that good stuff. As opposed to a couple months ago when it was very, very cold and everything was frozen and bare and gray and there wasn't much sunshine to be found. So this is good. This is a lot easier time to follow the precepts of Lent and of my own discipline and of the book of Ecclesiastes. Sometimes it's like that, isn't it? Sometimes it's like that it's just easier to do. And so we do it then. We follow whatever it is that we've agreed to follow. We do right. We actually make a pretty good stab at loving our neighbor and loving ourselves and going to church and doing all kinds of good things and feel pretty good about ourselves. And then winter comes around again, right? Something comes around. Something comes and changes the equation, upsets the apple cart. Something comes and makes it difficult to keep up all of those good and wonderful things. And I suspect, if you are like me, that when that happens, and it happens to all of us, that at that point in time, it's not God's fault. It's not somebody else's fault. It's not this the way it is. It's our fault. It's our fault for not being able to keep it going. It's our fault for not being able to measure up. It's our fault for not being able to stick to the discipline to whatever it is. Gosh, there is something inside so many of us that just wants to find fault. And I'm so sorry that there is not equal measure of something inside each one of us that finds blessing. Because I think blessing is so much more there than fault. There's so much more of abundance and joy and goodness, not only in the world around us, but coming from us. I talk to people every day and am stunned by the goodness that is in them. Just stunned. And the enjoyment of them as people and the abundance of their blessings. And sometimes I'll say to them, it's a shame that you can't see you the way that I see you, and I don't even remotely see you the way that God sees you. And inevitably they smile and go, yeah, it's a shame I can't see myself that way too. But I turn that lens around and look at me. I promise you, I can't see myself the way that God sees me. I sure can't see myself the way that some of you see me. You say such nice and kind things. And I don't think you're lying. I don't think you're trying to make me feel better in the moment. We see goodness in each other. We see abundance. We see joy. We see blessing. Whew. And yet, when that camera is on us, when that voice talks to us, it's just more of the same, of falling short, of not measuring up, of not being enough. Friends, that's just wrong. That voice is just plain wrong. I promise you it is not the voice of the divine. It is not God's voice. There's something within us that's just bound and determined. And it may even be some overinflated sense of humility. That you're not going to be prideful. Something in us that says that we don't measure up, even as God is so very proud of us and showers us with blessings and loves us for that which makes us unique. Don't know what to tell you. Even as I sit here with my little Easter friend. It's true. I know it is absolutely true. So here in the midst of Lent, when the sun is shining a little bit more, and the rain is coming, and all of that good stuff, may you find yourself to be a blessing and joy in the toiling. Because that's what life is work. And may all of us find joy in that work. Yeah. A friend of mine wrote this. We have done this before. I love this so much. Her name is Brenda, and she wrote this as a response to prayer. It goes like this. We'll do it a couple times. Hush, be still, listen for my voice. In the quiet I'll come to you. Hush, be still, as God's presence surrounds us, His gift of grace made anew. Let's try it. Hush, be still, listen for my voice. In the quiet I'll come to you. Hush, be still, as God's presence surrounds us, His gift of grace made anew. His gift of grace made anew. His gift of grace made anew for you. His gift of grace made anew. Friends, it's always good to spend a little time with you on Wednesday evening. It's always good to see you. And remember, if you can't tell yourself, hear it from me. You are a blessing. You are a joy. You are the abundance of God's creation. Today and tomorrow and every day. And if you don't believe me, believe my little Easter friend. See you next week.